Hey, what's up, guys? So today I'm going to do a video on the differences between the 2001 Jeep Wrangler SE model and then the Sport model. So my sister has the SE model and I have the Sport. So I'm just going to show you guys some of the differences and kind of talk a little bit about the other years of the TJ as well, of different engines they switched out and things like that. So, but the main point of this video is to show you guys the difference between the SE and the Sport. And kind of why you want a Sport too. So the biggest thing that you'll notice is with the SE, it comes standard with the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder, and then the Sports come standard with the 4 liter straight 6, which is the 6-cylinder. So horsepower ratings for the 2.5. And that was 97 to 2002. They had this engine in the SEs, and that was 120 horsepower and 140 foot-pounds of torque. And then for the 4 liter from 2000 to 2006 was 190 horsepower and then 235 foot-pounds of torque. So big difference in power and torque numbers. So, but like I was saying before, in 2003 to 2006, they swapped out the SE motor for a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder, and that was 147 horsepower and 165 foot-pounds of torque. And then they also made just a little bit of a change to the 4 liter. From 97 to 99, it made 181 horsepower and 222 foot-pounds of torque. But then in 2000 to 2006, they bumped it up to 190 horsepower and 235 foot-pounds of torque. So a little bit of a power gain. So the second thing that's kind of a big difference between the SE and the Sport are going to be the transmissions. So another big difference between the SE and the Sport are the transmissions. So depending on what year, if it's a 97 to 2002, which that one is over there, with the 2.5 4-cylinder, it came with the AX5 transmission. And it's just kind of a weaker transmission compared to, which mine's a 2001, so that comes with the NV3550 5-speed transmission. So it's just a little heavier duty transmission, just to handle more power and torque from the 4 liter. So yeah, so that's kind of a big difference is the transmissions, and they use different transmissions depending on the year. So for the Sports, they use the AX15 if you have a 97 to 99. So, and it also was standard with the Sahara model. So the Sahara model was basically the top tier model before the Rubicons came along, and they had different seats, different color interior. They had, I believe, air conditioning was standard. Just kind of cruise control was standard. It was kind of the fully loaded Jeep of its time, and you could option the Dana 44. So it's basically a Sport with just a little bit nicer stuff. Like mine didn't come with AC. I think mine was actually an AC delete, or he didn't option. I don't remember, but on the build sheet it says AC delete. So I don't know if that means just from the factory that they just didn't. That's how they put it in the system, as don't put AC on it, or it was like an AC delete, so they don't do it. But anyway, and no cruise control. Usually the cruise control buttons are right here. So another difference is what comes standard in the SE is the Dana 35 rear end, the rear differential rather. And then mine, the Sports do come standard with the same rear end, but mine you could option the Dana 44, which is just a heavier duty rear end. So with the SE you can't option that, but with the Sport you could, and mine was optioned with that. So yeah, I guess we'll talk about interior differences now. The steering wheel on the SE is actually a different material. It's like it's more of like a rubber than the Sport. The Sport's more like a leather, and I'll show you guys that later. But it's more like a rubbery steering wheel, which is kind of interesting. The SE does not have a tilt wheel, so it's in a fixed position. The SEs do not come with a center console, so this is what it looks like without a center console. The e-brake just has a nice boot on there. Still have the cup holders, same thing there, but yeah. Other than that, that's what the heater. This one does not have AC either, so that's what the vents look like with non-AC. The This one's got an aftermarket radio, but same radios. But that's pretty much it. Other than that, the seats are the same. Everything else is the same. But yeah, so I'll show you guys what the Sport looks like now. A little nicer inside. I don't know if you guys can see here, but this is more of like almost like a leather, or like a faux leather, or it's not like a squishy rubberized thing. Then we have the full center console, you know, where you have extra storage. You know, the e-brake is kind of integrated in, or at least hidden by the center console here. I got the same heater controls. I don't have AC either, so. But I'll show you kind of the other cool thing about the Sports. Sports and the Saharas, they come with the center-mounted subwoofer in the center console, as well as cup holders behind too. So that's pretty much the main difference between the two. Not a whole lot. There's more of a difference between this and the Sahara model. The Sahara model's got nice tan dash and different cool like green seats, and you get like the spice tops and all that kind of stuff. I suppose you probably get a spice top on a Sport, but the Sahara's just got a cooler looking interior. They got different badging here that says, they got a nice little Sahara sticker that goes there. But yeah, so and obviously the Sports come with the Wrangler 4-liter Sport on there, Jeep and everything. Where the SE comes with nothing. We added the American flag, but this one just says Wrangler on it and Jeep. So, but same mirrors. I mean, very similar, but mainly it's kind of under the hood. That's the big difference between the Sport and the Sahara, or Sport and the SEs. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, a thumbs down. And I'll see you guys in the next video.